I have to be very careful with what I say during this video because I felt a rage that I haven't felt in quite some time, and for damn good reason. Because, look, I don't make many videos about Hasan Piker. I think I've made maybe two or three, I think, from memory, because I don't like this guy one bit. And a lot of the stuff that he says just irritates me. And I feel like it's kind of pointless at times to just call out everything that he says. Oh, how timely. My dog Alita is here because I am a dog lover. I am a dog owner. That is my girl, Alita. You can see the back of her head. She's probably turning her head right now. Thank you, girl, for being here. I just had to let her out because otherwise she wouldn't stop banging the door down to get her way. But this video I needed to make in particular because, as someone that is a dog lover, as someone that owns a dog, I I cannot stand. In fact, I hate it with a passion, and it fills me with a rage that I hate having, to be honest, because I hate what these people do to innocent animals. If you're going to attack or abuse a helpless, defenseless animal, especially a dog, you are scum. In fact, you don't even deserve to be breathing the same air that we do. You know how psychopaths are created? You know how they start out? They start out by abusing animals. And Hasan Piker, I'll show you the video. I personally felt disgusting and angry when I heard the dog yelp in the video, and watching him not console, not comfort the dog. No, instead, he gets angry at the dog. I couldn't believe what I was seeing, except it's very believable when you understand Hasan's personality. The guy is actually really disgusting and demonic. And the fact is, the man is Muslim. He is Cenk Uyghur's nephew, I believe. And just when you think that the sweaty pig Cenk Uyghur is bad, have you seen his nephew, Hasan? They're both equally bad. But the fact is, Hasan abused his dog with a shock collar on a live stream. Now, if anyone is going to be using a shock collar, you deserve, in my opinion, the same penalty because you are abusing an animal. They don't work. They never have. They are just doing damage to the dog. And in fact, in many cases, it causes death of the animal. Why in the world do people even use shock collars? It's beyond me. And if anyone is actually using them, I believe because they are abusing the animal, they don't deserve to be breathing the same air that we breathe. Us normal humans, empathetic humans. And honestly, it's really heartbreaking to see. But essentially, Hasan is sitting there streaming away, and then he gets angry at the dog getting up. And then all of a sudden, you just hear the dog yelp because in pain. Now, when a dog yelps, that's saying something, right? The dog is obviously hurt. And what does Hasan do? Gets angry at the dog. Now, I want to preface this before we watch the video by saying Hasan is a Muslim. Muslims do not like dogs. In fact, they hate dogs. In fact, in Islam, dogs are considered haram, but they love goats, of course. Let's go with a goat. They hate pigs as well. Pigs are haram. Pigs are the devil, so to speak, and so are dogs. And when you spell dog backwards, it's God. I believe that dogs are the closest thing that we've got to seeing God in this world. One of the closest things, I should say, because they are so pure. They love unconditionally. They show us loyalty like anything else, just unlike anything else. It is truly a wondrous thing. And as someone that has had 3 dogs over the course of my life, when one of them goes, or when all of them go, I should say, over the course of my life, they rip your heart out because that pure thing is no longer there. So once again, I've got to be very careful with what I say moving forward because I don't advocate for violence. I'm a very peaceful man. But what I saw today got me very outraged indeed. Here is the video.
I hate this country so much. You can be on a mountain in the middle of Norway and get better internet than Los Angeles, California. And this is just like a moment of anger. This is a moment of anger for like something that is just so routine, so silly, such a first world problem. But it is emblematic of all of America's much more consequential violence. Okay? It's the same reason as to why America, Kaya, please just fucking go, just stop. Jesus Christ, what are you doing? You're being such a baby. It's just, you're making her stressed. She just literally is so incredibly spoiled from my mom.
This is one of the world's most popular streamers. And by the way, that dog doesn't look happy. That dog looks miserable, which shows me that dog is being abused. And the fact that dog got up, who cares if the dog gets up? It's a dog. They're going to do that. But of course, you are absolute scum. If you are going to abuse a defenseless animal, you aren't even human anymore. You are a vile, vile, demonic thing. I cannot stand anyone. I cannot stand anyone. I mean, if anyone got between me and my dog, people are going to definitely see a side of me they don't ever want to see. And I'm not a violent guy at all. But you get between me and my dog, you hurt my dog, and there will be hell to pay with you. And when it comes to you hurting another animal, an innocent animal, obviously I'm going to have something to say about it. This dog needs to be taken away from this guy. What is the point in having a dog? I know he wants to abuse it. You see this guy's behavior, right? This guy's behavior after the dog was shocked shows me everything I need to know. Didn't even check to see if the dog was okay. What are you doing? What are you doing? And then the very beginning of the video is him saying that he hates America. This is the same guy that after Charlie Kirk was killed, was celebrating his death. Then not long after that, he was calling for the streets to run red with blood. Oh, and then he was asked about that on an interview that he did for the mainstream media and the Atlantic as well. And you know what? He does what every single radical leftist does. Gaslight. When they get caught, oh, what you heard wasn't exactly what you heard. I didn't say that. Same playbook of Candace Owens too. I didn't say that. How dare you think that, or how dare you say that I said that? Because I didn't. Prove it. So we do prove it, and then you still deny it. So Hasan then tries, after being called out by lots of people, he then decides to try and defend himself by going, this is not a shock collar. It's a collar that vibrates. I don't know about you, but I've never heard of a regular collar that just vibrates. Watch this.
This is the one that people are talking about. Okay, this is the one. This is the one that they saw. It has the capacity to vibrate, and that's it. Are you happy? That's it. Good. There's the AirTag vibrator. It also has a flashlight component to it at nighttime, and it also has a tracker on it when she gets lost. If she were to actually get lost, there are days where Kaya doesn't wear a collar. There are days where she wears a different collar. Okay? This, in and of itself, doesn't actually work in the way that you think it does. Okay? Here. This is the flashlight. Okay. And this is when it vibrates. All right, come here.
Goes and gets his dog, tells Kaya to sit down on her bed. She sits down on her bed. And then notice how he doesn't actually test out the collar to see the vibration. It's because it doesn't vibrate. It shocks the dog. It's a shock collar. And there were lots of people online that were saying, yeah, nah, this is not just a mere vibration collar. This is actually a shock collar. Ethan Klein, host of the H3 podcast, goes, I've never said this, but I stopped having Hasan over my house because he would stare at my kids like this, same way that he stares at Kaya. It would make them uncomfortable to the point where they had to leave the room. I confronted Hasan about this. He called them babies and suggested a shock collar. By the way, Hasan saying that he has never gotten a shock collar before. Here is the devil in his own words. Have a watch.
Old roommate wanted to use a shock collar for Fish and his dogs. For Fish and his dogs barking. I couldn't do it. I have it still. I bought it. They are incredibly effective.
It's the same reason as to why.
So he's denied using a shock collar, but then he says that he has one. This is a while ago, obviously. But what do you guys think? The dog doesn't just yelp. It takes actually a little bit for a dog to yelp. It takes my dog quite a bit to yelp. The only time I've heard her yelp in the past for not things that I've done to her at all. There was one time, this was an accident, when she was getting out of the car and I didn't see her tail. I wasn't paying attention and I accidentally closed the door on a bit of her tail and she yelped. And man, that broke my heart. Like, I was in tears that night. It was hard for me to know that I have hurt my girl. So it does take a lot for dogs to yelp, but they're obviously yelping because they're in pain. And for Kaya to just, as Hasan said, probably just tripped on something and then, no, it's visible. The poor thing has got a shock collar on it and the bastard shocked her because she stood up. And his behavior afterwards, getting angry at her, not consoling her. Immediately after that happened with my dog, I consoled her. I comforted her. I made sure she was okay. You don't just, whatever. Disgusting, not even a person. Dave Rubin goes, I think an argument can be made that Cenk is the worst one in the family. And I say that as someone who has rescued many dogs over the years. Well, I say that Cenk, yes, is pretty bad, but Hasan, if you're abusing a dog, you're worse. Even Milo Yiannopoulos, which, to be honest with you, I don't like his stance on many things. But anyway, he goes, please surrender the dog, Hasan. It's the swiftest, best way to resolve this. You may release her to my care. We have two happy, friendly huskies who occupy the lower floors of the house. They will love and protect her. Yeah, well, just Joel Berry goes, it is funny that animal cruelty will be the thing that takes down Hasan Piker after he spent years calling for human beings and the right to be murdered. Andrew Culvert goes, totally unsurprising that someone who fetishizes about political violence against conservatives would nonchalantly use a shock collar on his innocent dog as a live stream prop. If he treats his dog like this, ... And what kind of person electroshocks a dog into submission so she stays in the same tiny space for hours on end just so they can look like a normal, relatable person with pets on an internet live stream? The more you think about it, the darker it gets. And you had Andrew Tate, of all people, right? Who is a Muslim. He converted. Imagine just learning now that Hasan Piker is a piece of shit, been obvious for years. Well, everyone knows that he is, but yet he's got millions of people that are following him on a regular basis. My personal opinion about this is he's broken a law. I think he should be arrested, thrown in prison. The dog should be taken away from him. And, mate, there's something seriously wrong with the guy. If you are abusing an animal on a live stream, you don't deserve to have anything at all. You deserve to burn in hell for all eternity, for all I care. Anyway, that's enough from me. You guys take care, be blessed, and I'll see you all in the next video.